So this guy Stephen Miller, man, like I really like this dude, man. This dude is tough, no nonsense, cuts to the chase. When I'm watching him do his interviews, he's pushing back. He's making sure that he gets his point across, and he makes sure that there's no nonsense when it comes to the questions that they ask. And I give credit to Donald Trump because this is the type of team he's trying to build, right? People that are going to get the job done, right? No DEI stuff. People that are qualified to go out there, push his agenda, and speak his language. And you can also see what like Karen Levette, when she's speaking, like she's also tough, straight to the point, and doesn't let anything like just get by in terms of like nonsense and lies. And when you listen to that talk, like you see people that are there to get the job done, nothing else, right? Push the President Trump's agenda and make sure that things are going the way he needs it to go. So in this video, we got Stephen Miller, right? And what he basically like schools people in the press and anyone else that has this narrative when it comes to Elon Musk not being elected, right? Like he's not elected, so why is he able to do this, right? So I'm just gonna let him speak, and then and then just watch him break down why it's important for Musk to be doing what he's doing.
It's true that many of the people in this room for 4 years failed to cover the fact that Joe Biden was mentally incompetent and was not running the country. It is also true that many people in this room who have used this talking point that Elon is not elected fail to understand how government works. So I'm glad for the opportunity for a brief civics lesson. A president is elected by the whole American people. He's the only official in the entire government that is elected by the entire nation. Right? Judges are appointed, members of Congress are elected at the district or state level, just one man. And the Constitution, Article 2, has a clause known as the vesting clause, and it says the executive power shall be vested in a president, singular. The whole will of democracy is imbued into the elected president. That president then appoints staff to then impose that democratic will onto the government. The threat to democracy, indeed the existential threat to democracy, is the unelected bureaucracy of lifetime tenured civil servants who believe they answer to no one, who believe they can do whatever they want without consequence, who believe they can set their own agenda no matter what Americans vote for. So Americans vote for radical FBI reform, and FBI agents say they don't want to change. Or Americans vote for radical reform on our energy policies, but EPA bureaucrats say they don't want to change. Or Americans vote to end DEI, racist DEI policies, and lawyers in the Department of Justice say they don't want to change. What President Trump is doing is he is removing federal bureaucrats who are defying democracy by failing to implement his lawful orders, which are the will of the whole American people.
And this is a great breakdown of what Trump is trying to do, right? And these people are talking about Elon Musk not being elected. See, this is how it works. Like, and he gave a great breakdown. Like, Trump is fulfilling the will of the people, right? And because he's doing that, he needs other people to also to break down those wills. Like he uses Elon Musk. He said, "All right, Elon Musk, this is what we need to do. We need to clean up government. We need to make sure everything is on the up and up. And you're the best guy to do this." So everybody that's saying that Elon Musk isn't elected, like Trump, he's helping Trump out. Right, as opposed to people asking, like he's talking about the FBI and stuff like that, and people just keep opposing and fighting Donald Trump. He's trying to get things done. All you keep hearing is people just opposing what Donald Trump is doing. Like you weren't elected; these bureaucrats weren't elected, and this is the stuff that we need to be careful of. Because what Trump and Elon Musk, we the people. This is what we voted for. Trump, when Trump ran his campaign, he told us every single thing he wanted to do. And there's no mistake. There's nothing he did. He wasn't clear about. He wasn't like unclear about the things that he was going to do. He told everyone exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to get rid of the deep state. He wanted to make sure he get all these bureaucrats out of government. And now that he got elected, this is what he is doing. So there's no surprise. It's not something that you like, oh man, I didn't know Trump was gonna, I didn't know he really wanted, when it comes to these agencies, he wanted to shut them down. Department of Education, IRS, all these things, he wanted to shut them down. No, this is exactly what he wants to do. This is exactly what he said he wanted to do. So there's no misunderstanding, right? Like you're not gonna have people that supported Trump and say, oh man, I didn't think he was gonna do that. If there's anything, if if you were to critique anything, it's probably the TikTok. Right? I think a lot of conservatives or people on the right wanted him to, wanted that ban to happen, and he kind of stopped it. So I think out of anything, that's probably the biggest complaint or criticism. But other than that, he's doing exactly everything that he said he wanted to do. So there's no surprise, right? And you to go and say Elon Musk is not elected, like you're clearly not understanding what's going on. Trump has given him the task to make sure he cleans this stuff up. All the waste, all the fraud. Elon Musk is the best person to do this. And I still don't understand why people on the left are against, a nice audit of the government. Like they do it to us with the IRS, right? When they send the IRS on you and ask for the money, they're auditing you. So why in turn is it not okay for us to then do the audit the government and see where our money is going? I don't see it. Like if you're not hiding anything, if everything is running efficiently, then you wouldn't mind it. And it's crazy that people are actually fighting this. This is a good thing. We really need to know where our money's going. And we want Elon Musk to do that. Whatever people he got going, working, do your thing. And this is what we elected Trump to do. Trump said this. Like Trump said, once I get off, I'm going to implement this thing called Doge, right? Where it's gonna be Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. He said this before he got elected. He said this is what he wanted to do, and people heard this. We all listened to it, and we were like, "All right, cool, do your thing." So it's not like people didn't know this. Everyone knew that Musk was gonna be a part of that team. We thought Vivek Ramaswamy was gonna do the same, but obviously he had other things that he's gonna work on. But we already knew Musk was gonna be a big part of cleaning up whatever waste that's going on in our government when it comes to our tax dollars. So this is nothing new. And Stephen Miller, man, this guy, he gives a great breakdown of how this thing works. Just for anyone that clearly doesn't understand, right? Because they're gonna keep pushing this narrative that, oh my God, like Musk shouldn't have access to all this information. Well, he's gonna have access to the information because Trump asked him to do these things. He's not like F Trump, I'm gonna go do my thing. No, that's not how it works. It reports to Trump and they're working together. So, just stop. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Hit the like button, share. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, so guys, take care. Have a good one. Later.